So apparently, the debate of the last like 1 week is just about these two top goalkeepers. I don't know if you consider Ederson as a world class goalkeeper to you. I don't know about that, but personally, like I've always told you guys, if you cannot start for your national team, personally, I cannot consider you as a world class player because a world class player is a goalkeeper that should start for his team. That is at the club level, then probably you can be able actually to start in any big team in Europe, and probably again you need to make the first 11 for your national team back at home. And Ederson has been struggling to make the first 11 or the goalkeeping position for Brazil because Alisson has just been ahead of him. That's why I don't usually consider Ederson as a world class goalkeeper. But if you consider him as a world class goalkeeper, then I don't have a problem with that. You have a right to have an opinion. But for Donnarumma, clearly that guy is a world class goalkeeper, and it is even a shock to me that after what Donnarumma did for PSG last season, because PSG could not have even left that UEFA Champions League without Donnarumma, because even just started from the match against us, that is a Liverpool. If it was not for Donnarumma, clearly we are beating PSG in that round of 16. So I don't understand why they are now letting him go, because this guy was just on top, and I'm 100% sure now if Donnarumma actually is leaving and they are going into this new season without their new goalkeeper, then I cannot even fear PSG next season, because Donnarumma was actually a very key factor for them to compete even next season to try and defend the UEFA Champions League. So I think this one is a very big mistake from that as Luis Enrique and PSG. I know that Luis Enrique is a very, very good coach, but one thing I know is that even if you are a world class coach like a Pep Guardiola and the likes, there are two positions in football that you cannot get them wrong. And the first one is the goalkeeper position, and the other one is a striker position. Because these guys simply, when you are having a bad day in office, everyone will know. When Erling Haaland is having a bad game, everyone will know that Erling Haaland is not having a good game. When Ederson in the goalkeeper is just making mistakes and conceding cheap goals, everyone will see that because you have no one to cover for you. Unlike defenders, because if Van Dijk will have a bad day, Konate can fill in for him. If McAllister is having a bad game, Ryan Gravenberch can fill for him. If Mo Salah is having a bad game, that is Cody Gakpo on the other hand can fill for him. But we see if Hugo Ekitike is having a bad game, everyone will see that Ekitike is having a bad game. If Alisson is having a bad game, everyone will know that Alisson is just off. So it's just as simple as that. So I think this one is a big mistake for Luis Enrique. If he could have sold any other player in the squad, I could have understood. But for a goalkeeper, this one will be a mistake, and it will prove costly to him, because the goalkeeper that they have just signed is not a world class goalkeeper. So he has a lot to learn. So letting Donnarumma, and it is not like the boy wanted to leave, because according to reports is that even Donnarumma himself, he wanted to take a pay cut in order to stay at PSG, but clearly there are some people at PSG that wanted him to leave. So personally, I believe this one is a big mistake, and this is the main reason why I believe PSG will not defend their UEFA Champions League trophy this upcoming season. And for Ederson leaving to Galatasaray, I think he can do that, because right now I don't think Pep he can actually entertain him that anymore at Manchester City. Although he's a very good ball playing goalkeeper in the world right now. So let's wait and see what these two will cook in the next week.